Hello and welcome to this special midweek edition of Championship Chatter here on Pitch Football. My name is Jonny.
And I'm Jonno.
And we're going to be talking all things Championship. You may have noticed we were missing over the weekend. My bad, not very well. Couldn't even get to the match. Wuss, yeah, complete wuss. It's a shame I didn't get to the match because, Burnley, they'd only lost one game previously and they lost again, didn't they? Who did they lose to?
No, they didn't lose. They got hammered.
Annihilated!
That second half, we ran them ragged.
I have missed games I wish I'd not done before in the past. This one's up there.
Oh, I'll keep mentioning it, don't worry about it.
But yeah, you were at the game from the Blades' point of view. Just describe the ecstasy, the difference between the first half and the second half.
Well, first half, I thought we were even. We were good to go down 2-1 at half time. Mistake from Jack Robinson, gifted a goal, and you think you can't give Burnley, a team like that, chances like that. And every time, usually, you're a team who gets conceded just before half time, you think worst. But he just come out that second half, fire in the belly.
Well, that's the thing. Jack Robinson made 2 mistakes.
I wouldn't say over one were a mistake. It weren't
good.
No, it weren't good, but it's not a mistake. It's just unlucky, very unlucky. That second half was just magnificent, running ragged. I've never seen a team struggle so much from crosses, especially against United, because we haven't got the biggest of teams.
No.
And they struggled so much, especially to cope with McBurney, who was being absolutely shit up form.
Sheffield United, I don't remember last time we scored from corners and then we pulled 3 out in the game.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. We don't do corners, but they're just... Well, their defending was shocking.
Yeah.
It was shocking. And I hope other teams learn from that, and that's how you play against Burnley.
Jack Robinson mentioned didn't have the greatest of first halves. Our Lord, all sins forgiven.
That's why you're doing it, to forgive...
Exactly. We forgive all your past sins. Good for him to get the score sheet, done him a big morale boost after, as we said, that first half, having gone back into the team after a long layoff.
I mean, just look at Ndiaye and McBurney up front now. I mean, for Championship, it's
9 goals each.
Yeah, it's a scary front two that now for most teams.
Mentioned it on Beer and Breakfast, our personal Sheffield United show on the Shore and View. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's lovely. But we said, play McBurney as a striker, stop using him as a target man because he's not one, and he'll score goals. Lord and behold, what's happened?
To be honest though, he did use him as a target man quite a bit in that game, but it worked. But I understand that's not his role.
Yeah.
But it just worked because they couldn't cope with high balls.
Yeah. On to Burnley. Vincent Kompany can't wait to get us back to Turf Moor in April.
Yeah.
Bit of a strange comment, that.
Let's hope they don't have 24 hours less rest than what we did, even though we were away to Bristol.
Yeah. I love that one. I absolutely love that one.
Yeah. That just shows you his Premier League mentality in here. We didn't get an entry. He said, come on, you're on thousands of pounds a week. You should be able to play every day. You can't use that as an excuse.
Well, we've only had a couple of days rest. Have you seen that fucking injury list? You stupid twat. He's gone down in my estimation. I liked Vincent as a player. I liked him. Always spoke sense, especially as City captain. If they weren't good enough, he'd say so. But there must be a thing when you become a manager where you suddenly think, I must speak shit all the time.
It's because they're always under microscope, so they've got to give excuses.
Yeah, it just riled me up wrong way. I can't wait to get them. It's fuel. Yeah, hopefully it is fuel for you to fuck off and get down table. Silly twat. Credit to Burnley fans. Took a lot of numbers.
Sold out.
Applauded for a member of the Blades family. One of our fans lost his life, unfortunately, and they joined in with the applause. Always happy to see that.
Yeah, much respect to them for that. But
Burnley as a team, you weren't impressed?
First half, I thought, a decent team. Second half, I don't know. I don't know what's up with him. I wouldn't have thought that from them.
No.
And I don't think Vincent Kompany will be happy with that performance, regardless if he's using excuses.
Moving on, we've got another promotion. Well, I say promotion rival, which is Norwich. They were away to the Millers. They got another 3 points. Dean Smith's Norwich.
Yes, it seems to be. Rotherham were in a decent run of form. Norwich were in a bad run of form. I seem to have alternated now. Rotherham sinking ship, going down and down in leagues.
Well, I think that's a Paul Warne effect, isn't it? I think this is Paul Warne left while the going was good, which I think was a good move on his point. Because I didn't see his, even with him at Rotherham, I didn't see their good run lasting, if I'm honest.
But just drop down the league, it still baffles me.
I think I think he can do better at, even though it's at them wankers at Derby. I think he can do better long term there than he can at Rotherham, rather than yo-yoing.
Well, we'll see. And then Norwich, who picked up a lot of points.
Yeah.
Since same as us, had a really bad start.
We had a good start and then we potted off.
And they were kind of the same, so they're picked up as well. And you can see the championship table now. You've got them teams up there that you expected to be up there.
Yeah. McLean and Ramsey on the score sheet for Norwich. No Pookie this time round.
No Pookie. He gets about Ramsey, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
He pops up.
Wait, do you see Norwich getting that second spot, or do you think it's playoffs for them?
It's hard to say.
Because I don't see winning league, but I can see him pipping second.
It's that funny old story. Whoever's at top of championship seems to fold. Like Burnley were at top. That's 3 teams now to come to Bramall Lane who were sitting high at top. Like Reading, Blackburn,
and now Burnley.
I mean, Reading shot really down table.
Yeah.
They've just lost their way. So don't be at top of the table.
Yeah, it's a curse. It's a massive curse. Look, we're an example of it. There's so many.
So we'll stay second until last game of the season, and then we'll pip them.
Miller's, obviously for Rotherham, it's a bit of a poison chalice having a good start, because that means it's all downhill from here. I'd like to think they could maybe turn it around, but I do see them.
Not on Tuesday, though.
Not on Tuesday, definitely not. This has been filmed on a Monday for a Tuesday release, so there are some midweek games coming up. We'll list the fixtures now. By the time you watch this, it might have already been played, so well done. But we'll discuss all the midweek games coming up on the next episode, which is coming out on a Friday. Looking at the Millers, I just don't see any hope for them. One team that did have some hope with their new manager from Sunderland. Why? Was Stoke. I still don't get this. I still don't understand this. They lost 2-1 to Brum. We're on a bit of a resurgence.
Must have been drunk. It was a good idea at the time, weren't it? And he wakes up in, what have I just done?
Well, you're at a pub with your mates and all egging you on. You're like, go on, sign for Stoke. It'll be a right laugh. You just do it. Why not? You're at Sunderland, who are, on an upturn. They're probably a bigger club than Stoke, and then they're on an upturn. But fuck it, quit them and go to Stoke, because it'll be the funniest thing ever.
Well, turns out to be a right laugh, doesn't it?
When he's taking 3 ibuprofen in the morning, looking at a signed contract, like, oh fuck, what have I done? What have I done? That siren's carting him off to take it. They're going to take him to Nut's house in a minute. But now, scored through a penalty against Birmingham. Through all the troubles, and there's a lot of them at Birmingham at the minute, they're having a bit of a resurgence.
Yeah, they're still floating about mid-table, but looking how close Championship is, they could easily find themselves in playoffs in a couple of games.
Yeah. I mean, sitting in, as of filming, sitting in 11th. Obviously, that win against QPR at St Andrews the week before, and then to go away to Stoke and win. It's a fucking good result for them.
It's a great result away, QPR, definitely.
That's a big firing point for them.
Also, at top at Championship and sliding down from silly results.
Scott Hogan obviously gets some goals. He's not consistent with goals. He's not a 30-goal a season man, but as we know, when we had him on loan, pops up with an important goal. Yeah. And when you're trying to resurge your team, having a Scott Hogan team will do you well.
He's a reliable player.
Yeah,
that's the one. You want a reliable player in your squad,
and he always gives a lot.
Definitely does.
We talk about players working hard and maybe not having the ability to go through with that working hard. Your Ben Osborne's has the ability, but no consistency. Then you have players that are consistent, but maybe don't have the ability. Whereas Scott Hogan seems to be 50-50 in both camp. He'll always give you his all, and he has got the ability. It's just that sometimes maybe it just don't work out with the rest of the team behind him. Whereas at Birmingham, he seems to be getting that support, where he's getting fed the way he wants, and he is nicking the goal here and there, and it's useful for Birmingham.
It's definitely, says an old Aston Villa boy and all.
Exactly, exactly.
So he's got a lot to prove.
We mentioned him earlier when we were talking about Brum. They obviously beat QPR at St Andrews, but QPR, who were riding high,
sliding down that table. That's a shocking result at home to West Brom.
Yeah, the ex-Steve Bruce Baggies.
He's left him in a right shit, hasn't he?
So bad, he just. Bartley comes back into the team and gets a goal.
Luckily, he missed it for us, didn't he?
Exactly.
He was suspended. But
he's one who.
If that's their goal for it, Bartley, okay.
I think it says it all, doesn't it? They're sat in 22nd. They'd look awful. So it is a big result for them.
Yeah, relegation, 6 points for him.
Well, exactly. But when you're down in the doldrums where you are, and you're trying to turn a sinking ship around, results like that are the ones you need.
They're lacking confidence, aren't they? And that might have just gave them a bit of confidence, just showing what they are about, keeping a clean sheet at QPR. It's a really, really good result for them.
Is that going to mean boing boing baggies again, or is it just going to be like a blip on the record for QPR?
Hopefully, it's just a blip on QPR, and West Brom still just down there.
Ooh!
Wow!
You're not a baggy fan?
No. Who is? So it's just, why did they get Steve Bruce? That's what just pissed me off with him. It's like,
So you didn't mind him until they got Steve Bruce. And you're like, fuck off.
Just like, who's running this football club? It's just,
I think they did.
where did they think that was a good idea?
I think the West Brom fans would agree with you. Like, who the fuck is running this football club? Because they don't like him either.
It's just, no, we're just never going to win. I mean, I've said it on video last time.
Yeah.
So it's a shocking appointment. It's not going to last. And it's, to be honest, it's knocked them back 3 seasons.
Yeah.
They're no way going to be title contenders to go up into the Premier League anytime soon now.
Definitely not. One little rumour we are going to touch on to this midweek special video, because there's no foreplay this week. We'll be bringing you that for Friday's episode. It'd be too late to really put our foreplay predictions in for these midweek
wait
games.
for a bit of foreplay.
You have to wait for a bit of foreplay. We're leading into it. We're leading into the foreplay. That sounds creepy as fuck. But one thing we are going to mention is Luton's gaffer, Nathan Jones, linked with Southampton.
Yeah, Southampton parting company with Ralph and Hudson and Hull too. I'd like to. It'd be nice for him to go into the Premier League,
I think
wouldn't
it's a
it?
fucking stupid idea.
Really?
Fucking stupid idea. No.
No?
I know it's Premier League money and this, that and the other, and if it pays him well and takes care of his family, I can see it. But it seems like an ambitious manager. And if you're an ambitious manager, what the fuck are you doing with a Southampton?
Why wouldn't you?
No, Southampton's a team you go to.
Look what he's doing for Luton, who's really not got anything special about it.
But how many times have we seen managers...
So imagine what he can do with a team that's...
But how many times have we heard that? How many times have we heard that managers and they've gone and done fuck all? Because you go to a team in the Premier League and it's that... Especially now, it's that big of a fucking jump. He'll go there, he'll think, I've got all this money to spend, I can do one, he'll do fuck all. He'll do nothing.
Alright, then he'll get 2 million payout anyway, so... either way, he's going to be happy, isn't he?
But he seems an ambitious manager. You know, he doesn't seem to be a money-grabbing manager. If he goes for the money, I understand it. If he says, I'm going here because I think I can be... He's full of shit, he's gone for the money. If he goes, it's for the money. If you're an ambitious manager, Southampton's not a team you go to. I'm sorry, it isn't. I know this is a championship show, but we're talking about Premier League. There are teams in the Premier League that are there to fucking hold up those above them. They're not relegation fodder. They could get dragged into it.
Oh, they are at the moment.
No, exactly. But end of table, they'll be sat there, somebody middle doldrums, where they are every season, because they're just a proper team. I don't mean proper teams in, they're a proper rate good team.
I've been happy for it for the past 6 seasons.
I know, but this is what I mean. It's not an ambitious club.
I think at the moment, all Premier League teams that can stay in Premier League enjoy it anyway. So it's money making for them into anyway. So if they can get a manager who keeps them into the Premiership for the next 4 or 5 seasons anyway, they'll be happy.
If you're a team that's in the Premier League, you should have 2 ambitions in my book. One should be either survive. The other one should be getting to either Europa Conference, Europa League, or Champions League, top 10.
Yeah.
You should aim to improve every season and aim for top. You're not going to win league, probably not. You're probably not even going to finish in top 4, but aim for the top 10. That should be your goal. Southampton's not a team that looks at either. They're happy being a mid-table, happy clapper, corporate plastic team. Didn't used to be like that. Used to be hell at the Dell and all that stuff. Used to be a proper
team back
nowadays, another one with a lifeless, soulless ball, drumming the fucking stadium, corporate fucking team. If you go there, you've no ambition, Nathan. You've no ambition. You go in there to be a
name terms now.
Yeah, me and you, Nathan. Me and you. You're on. It's a bad move. I can't incorporate how much it's a bad move for him. If he's going to go to a Premier League club, either try and get Luton there this season, sneak in through playoffs or something, which he's not going to do, and then next season, look at the teams that have gone up if any need a manager, look at teams that have only just survived if any need a manager. Go to an Everton if that job comes up. I see him at an Everton more than I see him at Southampton because he's an ambitious manager. He can do better than Southampton. And I'm saying this by staying at Luton. That's how much I stand by it.
Fair enough. I disagree. Go to Southampton.
Right, so as we discussed it a little bit earlier, the Brum resurgence, bad ownership, club that's struggling a lot. On the pitch, it's looking different. How far can they go? You said they could sneak into the playoffs. Do you see a sneaky promotion push from Birmingham?
February week playoffs, no more than that.
Like a Millwall type push that usually happens.
Yeah. But apart from that now, they're not going to be relegation contenders. Because they're floating in between a couple of losses and they're going to be back down there. But yeah, I always have a soft spot for Birmingham.
Oh no.
Oh no, I don't mind them. And they do deserve to be better than what they've been doing.
It's always an entertaining game. We lose a lot of them, but I like playing Birmingham because it feels like a proper old-fashioned football game.
Even though only half the stadium's open.
Yeah, the stuff like that fucks me off. That is the one that, I do have a bit of banter with Birmingham fans. They do think they're bigger than they are. But you know what? They give as good as they get, and they take it a lot better than other fans. So I will give you that. You're good for a bit of banter. You're good for a bit of banter. I'll raise my energy drink, 'cause I can't drink at the minute. But yeah, I was saying earlier, I don't hate you, I don't dislike you. I just think we've got that banter relationship. Not like Derby and Forest, fuck them. Or Coventry. But
I wonder when you're going to mention them. Well, he's not mentioned them yet.
But yeah, with Birmingham, it is shit to see how they're being treated as a club. I don't want them to be given anything just because it's Birmingham, but they are working hard. Their only poison chalice to this is, if they do well, are the owner's going to sell up, or do they think they can make a fucking few quid off it? They sneak into playoffs, and they sometimes sneak into Premier League. The owner's going to sell up.
No, I don't. No, there's too much money. If they get promoted, no way.
But that money's never going to see into club, is it? It's going to go into owners' pockets, and
of course it is.
Yeah, that's the shit outside of it. So let's hope that they get to a stage where they're sellable, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I hope you don't get too good after that, because we don't want more fucking contentious rivals. But anyway, I hope it gets better than it is. Let's put it that way. Speaking of the Blades, bit of a terrible run, and then we win 3-3.
Exactly.
I said it before, I'll say it again. As a team's getting fitter and fitter, and we're getting players back.
We've got some few players back, and we're still missing key players.
Yeah.
So yes, it's been a lovely week of football. People
are going to think I'm arrogant. People are going to think I'm Coventry or Forest or Derby, but I'm not. I'm saying this because I believe it. If we get 3 or 4 more players back from injury and they stay fit consistently, the team that finishes above Sheffield United wins the division. I'm saying it still, because to bounce back from where we have done, we could have been sunk, especially with the players we've had injured. I still think we're among one of the best sides in this division by far, with a fully fit squad. If we can keep winning games like we're winning against Burnley's of all teams with a half-fit squad, we're doing well. Let's just hope that we're a blip, eh?
Yeah, hopefully.
A lot of teams will hope it's not just a blip.
Then we lose 3-0 against Rotherham.
That's the point. We've got Toy Tam coming up. It's a local derby.
It's nice where we all hold hands and sing Kumbaya and talk about how much we ate Wednesday.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind.
We'll not make it a Blades heavy show. You already have to put up with our smug Sheffield faces each week, so we'll not bombard.
They're back. They weren't there a few weeks ago.
No, they definitely were, but we're back smug again because we've had a good win. So you can take piss out of us on Friday when we lose. That's about all from us. Stay tuned for Friday's episode, where we're bringing you a bit of foreplay.
Everyone loves a bit of foreplay.
Everybody loves a bit of foreplay. If you're not done already, check out other great shows on Pitch Football, such as Not for the News with James Helder, Leon Knight and Curtis Woodhouse. Always a great show. Always, I'm not going to say controversial, but always spicy. Always a good watch. Need to get that viewed either on the Pitch Football app or the YouTube channel. I've been Jonny.
I've been Jonno.
See you on Friday.